Jody, you're with the Special Olympics, been working with them, what, 12 years, I think you told me?
Yep, 12 years.
The Polar Plunge. This is people jumping in the lake and raising some money. But before we even get into that, how important is it right now? Because I know that this year was the first time since I've been in Tahoe, 12, 13 years, that we didn't have a special Winter Olympics. Typically, we've done it at Kirkwood. There just wasn't the funding. There wasn't the support this year.
Right. There wasn't. With the economy the way it is, they had to make some decisions in the corporate office as to whether or not they were going to be able to let the athletes. We have about 300 athletes in Northern California that participate in our winter sports program, but we have about 1,200 athletes that participate in swimming and track and field, and
Summer Olympics.
In the Summer Olympics, and so they kind of had to make a decision. Because the 300 athletes, with all the lift tickets and the lodging and the whole thing, it cost so much money that they kind of had to decide, well, do we want 300 athletes to be able to participate in our winter sports, or do we want to be able to have the 1,200 athletes participate in the swimming and the track and field and the tennis? So they kind of had to make the executive decision. So this year we had to cancel all of our winter sports, and unfortunately.
They're doing just like everybody, right? I mean, it's just tight right now, and I know that it's a nonprofit organization, right?
Right.
So it's totally dependent on people making donations and these fundraisers.
Exactly.
So I know that these type organizations are really being affected with people just not spending as much money.
Right, and so that's the reason why we're trying to get this plunge off the ground and make it kind of a national thing,
to raise
money, and the money that we do raise will actually stay right here in Lake Tahoe.
Doesn't go to the national organization.
It doesn't go to the national organization or the regional. It actually stays right here in Lake Tahoe. And all that money that we raise will get used locally here for all our sports. We have 10 sports that we participate in throughout the year, and that money will go to fund for training and competition and facility rentals and lodging, transportation, and all that.
So cool. The big fundraiser, getting back to it, this is how we raise the money for Special Olympics, is next Saturday. Who, what, when, where, and how do people contribute to this important cause? It's awesome.
All right. Well, pardon me. What we're doing is we're asking people to raise $100 to hit up their family and their friends and raise $100 to come out and jump in the lake. And
this is without a wetsuit or a dry suit.
This is without a wetsuit. If you're wearing a wetsuit, we're not going to let you plunge. But we do encourage costumes. We definitely want you to wear costumes. So if you raise $100, come on out to Zephyr Cove next Saturday. Registration's at 10 o'clock in the morning. And at 12 o'clock noon, we'll have our costume contest, or a costume parade, I guess you would say. And then around 12:15, we'll plunge in the lake. You can stick your toe in. You can plunge your whole body in, whatever you want to do. And as soon as that's over, then we'll get dried off and warmed up a little bit, and then we'll head over to the MS Dixie, and we'll have a post party, and we'll give away prizes for the best costume. We'll give away prizes for whoever stayed in the water the longest, whoever raised the most money, most inspirational. So we'll have some prizes to give away, and we'll be having raffle drawings. We're going to have some door prizes. So we'll be selling raffle tickets, and we're just encouraging people that have the brave souls with warm hearts. And our motto, this will be our 5th annual Polar Plunge, and our motto is "Freezing for a Reason."
I like it.
And like I said, all the money's going to stay right here in South Lake Tahoe and help our local athletes to continue our sports and training competition throughout the year.
Well, I've definitely found that the best events out there, and doesn't matter what kind it is the kind where they have to have an ambulance sitting there on call.
That's right.
Right? Like the North America Free Ride Championship. Sometimes they'll bring a helicopter there and have it sitting there. This one, you guys have to bring the ambulance there, so you know it's going to be fun.
We definitely have to have the ambulance there. In the last few years, we've had the plunge at a different venue, and we've had the South Lake Tahoe Fire Department out there with the paramedics, the ambulances. We've had the Chief Gelati at the fire department out there. He actually plunged for us. And it's a good thing that we had that ambulance sitting out there, because there's been a couple of times where we actually needed them there. Nothing major, just, a couple people a little too cold, needed to get warmed up, get those warming blankets on them and stuff. But this year we'll have the Tahoe Douglas Fire Department out there supporting us.
All doing it for a good cause. Jody
Yes.
Filgo, thanks for all your help and
you.
volunteer work for the Special Olympics.
Thank
all
you.
the money going back to the Special Olympics right here in Northern California. We'll take a quick break and come back with 2 hours of Tahoe Today.